Hello everyone, my name is Tony Whitburn. Welcome to another episode of this Led Zeppelin reaction saga. Today, as it goes chronologically, I am reacting to the third studio album of the band. But before we dive into it, I want to address a matter about Led Zeppelin reactions. I believe in protecting the rights of the art you create, but I also believe in the fair use of this same art. And I consider what I'm doing here, these reactions of Led Zeppelin and any other band or artist, fall into the category of fair use because 1. I'm not taking any monetary part in here, and 2. The art I'm reacting in this kind of videos was created a long time ago, long before I was even born, which makes my material a time capsule and a document on how other generations interact with something out of their context, and at the same time, these videos can be useful for researching and anthropological purposes, as well as for documentation on the history of art, which makes my videos for educational purposes. There it goes. Should have been an attorney. Unfortunately, the people who own the rights to those songs don't really care about that. So today I'm going Frank Sinatra and doing things my way. I'm gonna experiment with a technique that hopefully will allow this video to stay in YouTube with no problem. And that technique is to turn down the volume below half so the algorithm doesn't recognize any of the songs. If you're watching this, it probably worked so far, but you never know, man. All I know is I gotta try because yes, I know how annoying it is to want to watch a reaction of a band you've loved for ages and finding Alvin and the Chipmunks there, or even worse, not hearing the songs at all because the algorithm made me cut them so it doesn't block my video, which is beyond unfair. I'm gonna tell you exactly when to turn up the volume and when to turn it down. I don't want you to get scared, just beware with the commercials. Some of them are very loud from the beginning. This is just a video of me documenting my interaction for the first time with an album as well as my opinion of the same. I by no means intend to upload the whole album here. That would not be fair use. So hopefully this works and everybody wins. Alright then, this is the part when I finally stop talking and start listening. Also, this is the part when you turn up the volume. Oh shit. Killer riff from the beginning. Wow. That sounds straight out of the jungle. Nice chords here. Man, that riff. I think it's the same note but an octave apart. Yes, it is. What the hell, man? Only Led Zeppelin is capable of getting a killer riff out of one note. Jesus, I'm gonna have dreams with that riff, I swear. Man, such a nice break right here. Oh. Well, I'm getting used to get these amazing but short bangers, man. I don't complain anymore. I enjoyed that song the way I had to. Oh, badass guitar right there. Despite of how obscure that string work is, it uplifts my spirit. Is this a transition? Yeah. Alright, there's no transition here, but hell of a song. I really liked it. I don't even have words. Yeah, I start to believe this album is Jimmy Page at his finest. And maybe I'm not wrong. Yes, to everything. How do they do it? Record after record. You always believe they just created the ultimate song and then they hit you with this. Yes. Jesus, for me the best part of this record is Jimmy Page's crying guitar. Solos like that, man, you don't find them very often. Yes, man. Oh man, that was so freaking good. And it was so intimate. And it was a ride, a whole experience. We're back to the rock and roll. Those syncopated triplets again. Man, those riffs are so memorable. There goes another banger. I'm just so glad the Delta Blues influenced Led Zeppelin this heavily. Is that a banjo? I love when both Robert paints a picture and tells a story. But here, the picture is painted more through the music than the lyrics. Which I'm very fine with it. Is that a guitar or a fiddle? Man, I wouldn't be surprised if they just plugged a fiddle into an amp and recorded like that. Sometimes Robert's voice is so high, for a second I think it's another instrument. So I'm party sober, but I enjoyed it. More acousticness. Just kidding. Another beautiful acoustic take. And it seems we have another one. I think this might have my favorite lyrics so far. They are very innocent and pure. Well, this is a song where I say I'm sorry I didn't say that much, but I really enjoyed that ride. Well, I think the rest of the album will be acoustic as well. Nice finger picking. And nice chords. Oh. Whoa, that's syncopation right there. I gotta admit, when I looked at the cover of this album for the first time, I thought it would be a more psychedelic driven album, but finding out it is more of an acoustic take, it was nice. Another great acoustic tune. Whoa! What the hell was that? Is this a reprise from all the other songs on the album? Because it sounds like it. Alright, this might not be psychedelic, but it's definitely experimental. Just listen to Robert's voice, and I swear I'm not pitching anything. Oh, that polyrhythm. Jesus. That's sliding. Beautiful, those chords at the end. Led Zeppelin III, ladies and gentlemen. Hello there again, and thank you for making it to this part of the video. Now, as usual, I have plenty to say about this new Led Zeppelin record I just experienced, so let me be straightforward here. I think it's fair enough to say that Led Zeppelin III took me by surprise, but only the first time. The thing that really caught my attention about this one is how much of the protagonism is taken by Jimmy Page. There are several instances during this record where his guitar absolutely drives the songs, and this shows a little more in my opinion during acoustic takes, not because Immigrant Song and Since I've Been Loving You are an amazing rock anthems, because they are, but because of how much of an acoustic record this one is. I'd go as far as to say that at some instances, it sounds like it's a little more of a Jimmy Page's solo project with the help of his Led Zeppelin bandmates, while at others, they definitely come as a full band. But is it bad that it happens this way? Is it bad that the band wanted to embrace a certain minimalism during this record? In my opinion, it's not. And in my eyes, and in my ears, it's actually a part of a larger puzzle. If you take a look at the structures of these songs, the dynamics, Robert's storytelling, Jimmy's playing, and both Bonzo's and Jones' willingness to leave their instruments for a moment and experiment with others to create atmosphere more than anything, then you'll start to see a pattern, and the one that I see goes like this. During my reaction to the first record, I remember being blown away mostly for Bonzo's drumming skills. Maybe you'll remember it too. But during the second, Jones took the cake for me with his bass lines and his keys. Now, on the third one, I see Page taking the protagonism, pushing even further into his own style, while Bonzo and Jones explored other instruments, other ways of creating, such as the mandolin, the double bass, and even arranging strings. For me, what they were doing was improving, with everything they had, every way they were able to, engaging every sound and style so they could define what would be their masterpiece, or one of many to come. I haven't heard the whole discography yet. I see the previous records as the band exploring possibilities until they reached the exact sound they wanted, proving in the process they were capable of mastering more than a single style. But most importantly, I see this record as Page's last conquered bastion before they could move on as a whole to conquer something else than a style, a genre, or an audience. They then moved to conquer a part of history. For me, this record is the ultimate bridge before the leap into something bigger than the band itself, a bridge in which they defined and redefined their music for the better. And what we have as a result is a band that even those who don't claim to be themselves Led Zeppelin fans remember and respect for all the right reasons. On 4, what the hell, let's go song by song to see what I mean. On Black Dog we have the killer riff style and aura of another opener such as Whole Lotta Love and Immigrant Song. On Rock and Roll, the energy of Communication Breakdown. On The Battle of Evermore we have the Celtic folk influences on pretty much the whole Led Zeppelin III B-side. On Stairway, do I even need to tell you? We have everything. We have the mystic storytelling, the spirituality, Page soloing at his finest, the band coming with that chemistry to create a one-of-a-kind journey, the Misty Mountain Hop has a groove of good times, bad times. Four Sticks implements a heavy use of the dynamics found in the open section of Dazed and Confused, as well as the psychedelic tints of the same. Going to California has the intimacy of songs like Thank You and That's the Way. And finally, When the Levee Breaks is an ode to all of their blues influences, another great cover to close an equally great album. And you know why the band was able to create such a record? Because before this, they created 3 amazing records where they explored heavily but freely until they got it as they wanted. All of the songs in 4 are an enhanced experience of the sound the band crafted for over 2 years, and Led Zeppelin III, as I said before, is the ultimate bridge the band ever crossed before becoming the legends they are. And that's my review/opinion on Led Zeppelin's third studio effort. Before I go, I like to address again the problematic on copyright issues in the making of Led Zeppelin reactions. You that are watching me now probably don't upload videos yourself, but imagine somebody takes away your voice just because what you're saying, they don't find it suitable for fair use of words. That's how it feels to get blocked, and that's the reason why I have to take measures to get my material up in the best way possible. So I just want to say, don't worry about the people who owns the rights to Led Zeppelin's music. They have made enough money to live this and another 2 lifetimes. Worry about you being able to exercise your rights of fair use and freedom of speech. Worry about living in a society that doesn't take away those rights when there's money involved. Worry about not being censored because you may be small but you do have a voice, and if we'd all speak together, there would not be a single pair of ears, not even the most stubborn one, capable of ignoring our message. If we can start changing the way we see things for the way they actually are, then we can start creating a new and more rightful world in which not only these matters of copyright issues are solved, but of companies with the nerve of profiting out of us not speaking and not doing anything for what's right and what's fair. Alright then, I better leave the political speech for another occasion, but now I really want to make a video on how copyright works and who actually benefits from it. Spoiler alert, not the artist. And so, with nothing further to address, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please subscribe, leave a comment, a like, or nothing. I'm just happy with you sticking around. I'm Tony Whitburn, and I'll see you in the next one.